Hey, you a funny nigga. You could dead ass be a comedian.
Nah, Terrell, nah.
Yo, you could be a comedian. That's a funny ass callback. You know I love when niggas do that.
That's what I would have said, and that's my time.
And that's my time.
That's my time.
That's it. Yo, it's episode 161. Welcome to the MalloryBrosPodcast, man. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. We back. I don't know if y'all can tell, I love this hat right here. I've been wearing this hat. I got my Denzel Washington shirt. I love this shirt. You know? No, that is a dope shirt. They got Denzel a bunch of different places.
I love, oh my goodness. Hat almost about to do me dirty on my computer. But happy weekend, happy Friday. I hope y'all ready for that Errol Spence, Terrance Crawford. Hope y'all ready for this Utopia.
By the way, that's Friday? That's on Saturday night?
That's the Saturday, I believe. Yep, the 29th. Or the
29th, yeah.
29th, yep. That's the Saturday. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I come through the spot.
I'm gonna be at the Drake concert.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know where we gonna watch. We supposed to be watching the fight, but look, I'm gonna tell them.
Oh man, that'd be so dope to leave the concert and
go to the fight out. Yeah, but be out DC trying to find a fight.
Yeah. Y'all might as well just go back to the crib. I swear I'll meet y'all there. Look,
man,
y'all, y'all throw some food on the grill
when y'all get back.
Bring something.
You know I have no problem going back home, bro. I'm already dreading having to go up here because I might have to drive.
Yeah.
We were thinking about just Ubering, but I may have to drive to this joint.
Uber is definitely not safer, but like DC.
I don't want to have to worry about where my car is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would much rather would Uber there and then Uber back, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to. You know, it all depends.
I hear that.
You know, but shout out to my guy Nathan Zed. Love you, bro.
100%.
Good enough. I told you when the search was dropping, I was gonna spin a block.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still planning on
doing that.
You know how you and did I miss it? Nate, tell me I didn't miss it.
Nah, you probably did. I got a sweater too.
Didn't he say something like this is it and it ain't coming back? Nah, that was somebody else.
Nah, yeah. But right, you know, he did the drops be limited. And I'm about to hit a Christian James. I need to watch.
And look, happy weekend, happy Friday, Terrell. What's up? What's your week like leading up to this Friday?
Man, my week was very. Damn, I would say it was chill. My boy had a doctor's appointment, and I swear, man, the weeks go by and it's just parenting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm enjoying every minute of it. I have no complaints. It was a chill weekend for me. I didn't really do shit. Look, couldn't go see none of the new movies. I was on baby duty. And it's funny because Terrance was giving me shit. And I'm like, you're forgetting that I'm the one that we stayed at the movies. I used to have to try my best to get Terrance to go to the movie. You already know I've been at Warehouse already. You already know I went up hit up Cinepolis already.
Nah, you're right. And I was just saying, I said, I can get on Terrell now, but I can't get on him but so much because he used to do this movie thing. Mm-hmm. I definitely... It feels very good that I was able to see Barbie, Oppenheimer. I checked out they Cloned Tyrone. That's gonna be my movie suggestion of the week where I give flowers and I eat words. If you want to just skip to that part, because y'all know I talked so much trash about it. But movie suggestion of the week, we're gonna definitely get into They Cloned Tyrone. That was one of my biggest surprises of the week. But I was definitely happy to go to the movies and see and be up with everybody. And I want to keep that going. Like I want to spin the block back because y'all would be surprised. I still haven't seen the new Spider-Verse.
Me either. I haven't seen that.
That to me is something, that's a big miss.
Yeah, a huge miss.
Huge
Ever
miss.
since, you got to think about it. That whole week, my whole first couple of weeks of, this kid being here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I didn't get to see, what else did I not get to see? It was something that came in the theaters I didn't get to see. I still haven't seen, Transformers I watched yesterday. That was one that came out that I wanted to see.
Shout out my boy Donald, who tried to see Transformers so many times with me and Terrell. Because we saw it when we was kids.
Terrance, I wouldn't have been able to see it.
I told him.
That shit came out, my boy was 3 days old.
Yeah.
But I still haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy. I still haven't seen
that. Yeah, it's
and
a lot
I managed to
see.
dodge all of the spoilers. It's just hella shit that I have not seen.
I will say before we get into the pod, my week was definitely kind of event filled. We went to the Cirque Italia. It was like a water circus. It's kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but it was kind of dope. But you know what I'm saying? It was good to get out of the house. It was kind of hot in that joint, but seeing people perform and doing flips and stuff like that. I wish I had a kid to bring. I wish the K-Man was a little bit older so we could take him, but like that was dope, you know, to get out the house. I was telling people, last week, y'all know I was kind of doing too much with the drinky drink. So this week has been a big detox week. I've been drinking a tea. Terrell's making fun of me for my Panther mug.
That is a black alley cat. That's the cat that you see right over on 14th Street running behind the club.
This is a Black Panther. Have you not seen T'Challa?
Damn, that don't look like T'Challa.
This would be T'Challa drinking this. I'm T'Challa. Look.
That look like T'Challa if he was.
What do y'all think? Cat or Panther? Look, because if you say cat, I'm taking it back. Where's the guy that sold me and said Panther? Anyway.
Did somebody really tell you that was a Panther mug?
I had said, I want to get the Panther mug. Oh, okay.
They probably said this nigga.
Motherfucker think it does look kind of pretty.
It does like a zesty ass Black Panther.
Hey.
It's like if the Black Panther was done by Lee Daniels.
But I saw Barbie. I saw Oppenheimer. Two definitely big blockbuster movies that I feel like have definitely sparked the film world in a great way. I told Terrell it was dope to see a bunch of people wearing the pink and all of the girls wearing pink, and we had older ladies that were there all wearing pink. Like it felt very much like when Black Panther came out and we saw everybody wearing the dashikis and the African outfits, even though they hated on us for that.
Because y'all was performative.
Yeah, we were excited.
Yeah.
But to get Barbies for the ladies, to get Barbie for the ladies and the kids, Oppenheimer was a 3-hour masterpiece. My girl stayed up to the whole thing. I ain't have to, wake her up. I was doing this a lot. You know how you realize, damn, this part boring. Let me see if everybody. And I was gonna say, when I saw Oppenheimer, I told Terrell, it was a dude who slept from the credits, bro. He slept from the very beginning to the end.
That's insane.
I don't know why he did that.
Why even come? And you know what? I was gonna ask you this. You was one of those people that had to take their girl to see Barbie first, and then went to Oppenheimer. Did you see other men in there with their girl that wasn't there?
100%. But this is what I was gonna say. I saw a lot of little girls there with their moms. And I was definitely expecting that, Some key things I want to tell y'all about the Barbie movie outside of like District 9, which is our film tier, which I'm planning to do a video for. I know y'all hear me make promises, but this one, I'm trying to follow through up on. That and Oppenheimer. I felt like it was definitely a movie that I when we there's a bunch of kids there. I love seeing all the little girls with their Barbie shirts. I said, you know what? This is what going to the movies is about. This is what getting dressed and I'm going to the movies. Like, I know if you ever go to an AMC cinema theater and you see that damn commercial with Nicole Kidman that they made in the pandemic.
Oh my God, yes.
This is why we come to the movies, for the magic hair. And she's the only motherfucker in the theater. They need to stop that. Like, it's
the longest commercial. It's like, all right, get to the fucking feature.
I was saying it's like a commercial for the theater. And they play that after this is your feature presentation.
Yep.
After they show the Coke fill up, that should be all we see. We shouldn't see her purse. And here she come walking slowly up the theater. Okay, AMC, I get it. But I love to see the event of a movie like Barbie. But what I couldn't help but notice was there were more kids than there were couples. And I thought with it being a PG-13 movie that we wouldn't see as many kids as couples. But then I started realizing, well, this is Barbie. So, like, this is for kids. Yeah. And even even when we watched the movie, you had the trailer for Trolls, you had the trailer for kids' movies. When it started, I said, oh, this is a kid movie. But they definitely pushed the line a little bit in that movie. I definitely have a sharp opinion about the movie. I enjoyed it. My girl loved it. It was dope to see her go down memory lane. I was like peeking over at her and she was smiling and all giddy watching it towards the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And for the whole thing, she definitely enjoyed it. Fellas, if you're going to go see that and you thinking that you want to be Mr. Movie Judge and movie whatever, you're just going to piss your girl off or whoever you go with.
Shit.
So
I can't wait to see it.
just take it for what it is. It's for the ladies. It's done by the ladies. So I appreciated that. And just to end off, Oppenheimer, great film. Nolan and his Duffy. Nolan is like watching LeBron do what he does in year 20, and you just think, man, he's only able to do this because he has the real talent. Mm-hmm. Everything that you want from a Nolan film, you get in Oppenheimer, except big action thrill, like we about to go in, you know. Mm-hmm. But the dialogue, the good writing, this is written and directed for the screen by Nolan.
And y'all watching it in IMAX?
We didn't watch it in IMAX. My biggest regret is not watching it in IMAX.
Damn.
I almost want to go see it again. It's just so daggone long. You know, it is a long-ass movie. You got to be a true film lover to sit through that whole joint, to be honest.
Yeah. We sat through the Batman, and we enjoyed the Batman. That's why I think we'll do all right.
Y'all do good.
Because, you know, the Batman was long. It was a long-ass movie. It was a point where we was like, damn, we hadn't been in the theater for a long time. But we enjoyed it. So I know we'll be all right in Oppenheimer.
Normally, when we go to the movies, we just leave. But after that movie, it was like, yo, bathroom, and then we leave. And it was everybody in the bathroom after that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just sitting there, you done drank
there
down
for
a
3
large
hours.
high C orange. What you get?
Y'all know what I get. High C raspberry, man. That's my number one go-to, and popcorn and Twizzlers. We saw a 10:30 movie.
Jeez, you gotta get home at 3 a.m.?
Got home at 1, got out of the theater in the car at 1:50.
Damn.
So it was like, sheesh, we was in this bitch for a minute. That was our day. We wanted to go home and nap.
Oh, y'all went 10:30 in the morning.
10:30 a.m.
Oh, y'all was in there with the old heads.
Mm-hmm. In there behind Gertrude and
Greta.
And you know they always take forever to get their popcorn and shit. It was dope. That's the best crowd to go to the movies with.
The older crowd. They don't make too much noise. They literally are there to watch the movie. Mm-hmm. They not trying to be on no bullshit. Ain't no kids sneaking in and out because the kids are still trying to wake up for the day.
Right.
That is the best time to go.
Real quick, Barbie. Do you know, we sat in the theater with Barbie, and one thing I noticed, a lot of people were saying, man, I thought it was funny. But I've heard I thought it was funny from a lot of adults. I could not help but notice on the jokes parts of Barbie, no laughter in my theater. And my theater was full of kids.
Damn.
Like, the kids didn't think the beach you off thing was funny. That's like an adult joke. Or there was a part where she said, I want to see his nude blob under there. It's like, that's not a kid joke. And that's my, we're going to stay away from that. District 9, tap in with your boy this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, I'm not trying to ruin it for the guy, but because Terrell haven't seen it. And his girl, I know your girl don't want me to taint your mind going in, but but yeah, definitely go check those movies out if you want to go to a good theater experience. Shout out my boy Nathan Zay, who did the Barbenheimer joint right. Yeah. Bro went and saw the joint in the morning. And
Barbie
then
in the
at
morning?
night.
Nah,
bro,
for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to rent out a theater for people that, listen to the podcast or people that support us, and we all just watch a movie that we love, like The Departed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a movie. We're just going to watch The Departed, which is a classic. But I rented this theater. Popcorn, a la carte. You just go up there and get... Remember when we went to the AFI theater to see Hateful Eight?
Oh, yes. I would never forget that. That was on Christmas Day.
And if you want to see that, that's actually on YouTube. That's one of our first... That's
probably number 2.
Vlog 2 or 3.
Vlog 2 or 3?
Yeah, but that was dope. It was like, we laughed. Didn't they give you popcorn? Like in a little bag or something? I don't remember.
Now, we had to buy it, but it was still dope.
It was still dope. That'll be dope. I don't know. But dope. I will be going to see Oppenheimer between now and next week. I got the Barbie bootleg. Sorry, Verizon. I got the email.
We got him.
Won't happen again.
He gonna go home and be like,
why's my Wi-Fi?
Unplug the router. But
I am going to see that next week. For sure. Between this weekend. Going to Drake this weekend. And if for everybody that's going to the Drake concert that asked if they was going to see me, I'm going on Saturday. I'm not going on Friday. I know I said I was going Friday or might have mentioned Friday, but I'm actually going on Saturday. Because I think he's here Friday and Saturday. My tickets are for Saturday.
Dope.
And we sitting right on the side where Drake's supposed to be walking down. You know how you walk down and all the
For real.
We on the corner. I don't know if he's going to pick our lane.
Would you try to reach for him and touch
Terrance,
him?
hell no.
This nigga going to be standing there? This nigga made take care. Crazy. Look,
You gotta think
look,
about
let me get it off. Nigga made nothing was the same. Crazy. Want try to touch. They got you on camera touching.
You cannot be the nigga. This nigga's walking down. You cannot be that guy. Think about it. I went to a Chris Brown concert. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Do I know all the words to Take You Down? Sure. If he would have played that, I told my girl, if he played Take You Down, you're going to see me vibing. The words are playing up here, but you can't be the nigga that's doing too much.
I can't get it out.
Even when like Under the Influence, first of all, Under the Influence blew up after I went to the tour. So he didn't perform Under the Influence on the tour. Because guess what? None of y'all would have knew the words because I was the only one who knew it because it came out on the deluxe. Anyway, you can't be the nigga that's singing certain songs. You know what I'm saying?
And you definitely can't be the dude that's grabbing for Usher when he come over. Usher over here, Usher. Nah.
What's the Drake song that you can't probably sing along to? Help me out before I go.
I feel like you can't sing along to when he's saying Daddy's home, remember Poppy's home or whatever. Daddy's home. I see you niggas will probably harmonize with that, but you don't realize what you're doing. You're talking about that, man.
Nah, you're right. But it's gonna be a fun time. Hopefully I see some of the some of y'all down there that's going. I know it's a lot of people. It's people coming up. It's somebody that just messaged me. I'll message you back. It's somebody that just messaged me about what I'm supposed to do up here, bro. I'm in town.
I hate when people hit me like that. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Go to the museums.
Go see the White House. I'm not gonna tell you to go to Rose Bowl somewhere. I'm not telling you that because I don't be there.
Nah, for sure. I mean, you can hit up U. I've been telling people U Street.
100. Brunch. If you're trying to do that.
Nah, yeah. You see Mo Wavy? Shout out to Mo. He came in D.C. was like, man, D.C. is a beautiful city. He had too much fun.
Too much fun up there. Wake up and go to D.C. 100%. That's gonna be super fun.
This shit is something that you can't say because I don't think people will believe it. You just gotta hear the shit. And it's like, excuse me? What did he say?
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Okay. If y'all don't understand what that happened, that is the UFO hearing where they every year talk about if there's any type of unidentified flying objects or foreign life, whatever. Normally it goes pretty swift and it's just like, oh, we saw some funny dirt or there's a weird soil or a weird worm or we found a weird looking fish or something. These motherfuckers found what? A crashed aircraft?
A UFO hovered around Vandenberg Space Force Base in 2003, according to Ryan Gray. Oh, this is old. Damn. I don't even know. All I know is she said, were the pilots human? And he's like, well, about that.
Go back to the clip.
I'm not here
and
to
this
say.
Is just for me.
Okay.
Because even after hearing 1,000 times.
Craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
All right, bet. So look, we can make all of the jokes we want. We can make all the jokes we want. You know, ha, 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 hey, funny as shit. Aliens. This is a real thing. Hey. We dead-ass might have dead-ass real aliens.
This is what I started thinking about. Do y'all think on Jurassic Park, A Lost World, when they brought the big-ass dinosaur back to America, remember?
Yes.
Do you think they told all of the U.S. citizens, hey, y'all, we bringing a dinosaur back? No. They just brought that motherfucker back and planned to do whatever they wanted. We just watched Oppenheimer, and a big thing in that movie, and this isn't a spoiler because it actually happened in real life.
Yep.
A big thing was if they should let it be known how, like, dangerous this weapon was, you know? Yeah. If they should share the info. And the U.S. was on some, no. We don't want nobody to know. Because the U.S. is always tight-lipped, especially on shit that they know will spark a convo, spark an interest. Especially
people into
something like
chaos.
UFO.
Right.
My question to you is, do you think that this is the first UFO that they
Hell
had?
no. I think we've already found and then annihilated a few or something like that, or killed off some shit that we might have thought could have been whatever. Do you remember that movie Life?
Yeah.
Where they found a little thing and then they break the dude's hand, but then it gets out, and that joint was going in people's body.
Yes.
Remember
that
what
shit was nuts.
what was it? Was that Ryan Reynolds? What's the dude who played?
I don't even know.
What's the dude who played Deadpool? What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, that is.
Oh,
it.
Ryan Reynolds is in it. Wow.
And my boy Jakey G. That's the type shit that I feel like we have already done before. That's the nigga that got his hand broke up.
Yeah.
Tried to put his hand in there, got fucked up. We got it on DVD, Blu-ray.
No, we got that joint on 4K.
Oh yeah, we do.
Remember I bought that? Yeah. Thought it was gonna look nice on the TV.
I don't know. I just think we kind of gonna take this and we gonna make jokes about it. It's gonna be funny and yeah, you know, UFO shit's funny as yeah. It's gonna be funny, but this is why my overarching point is this: I don't think the U.S. would do well with a UFO. Like if aliens came down here and was on some bullshit, they wouldn't all come at once like in Infinity War, where the sky open and all of them pour in. That wouldn't happen. It's gonna happen just like E.T., where you just find one and it's like, oh shit. You know how they say if you see a baby wolf or a baby bear, black folks would be like, where's the mama at?
Yes.
I feel like that's kind of how we would accept UFOs. But think about the U.S., bro. That's what I had wrote down here. I said, we would not do well with aliens because we do not come together on shit. Think about that. We literally told the entire world it's a disease out here that's, not a disease, it's a sickness out here that's fucking everybody up. People are losing lives. The best thing we can do is everybody wear masks because it limits the whatever. It's scientifically proven and back, XYZ. All the other countries in the world, China, Australia, everywhere was on code. They wore masks for a little while. And guess what? They ended up having 1 case, 13 cases, 15 cases. We the only motherfuckers that had people say, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I can't breathe in it. I can't do this with it. So it's like, if we have something, do you remember those days, bro? Do you remember working at, first of all, fuck Billy Turner.
Terrell, keep going your shit. Go on your shit.
That's probably my tweet that you saw because he was on some bullshit. But, damn, young boy popping. But, Brody, do you remember those days at Best Buy where it was the heart of the pandemic and it was like everybody got to wear masks again and it was just those people that would come in
Without the mask.
without a mask, and then when you try to approach them, they would it just turned into a big altercation. I feel like with these aliens, we would all end up having to do something to be together.
You don't think people would believe an alien if they really said it was an alien? I think we would be all right. I mean, the bad thing about the pandemic is in the beginning, people didn't even believe in this hidden sickness. Plus, if you got sick, it was like you would get a runny nose, and now runny nose turned into a sign of this crazy illness. But you're right. I do think if they did come, we would 100% struggle.
He giving himself away.
I'm a listen.
I think the aliens would look just like us. We wouldn't be able to tell who's what. It'd be like the Skrulls from the Marvel joint.
Oh, okay, yeah. I keep thinking about Jurassic Park: A Lost World. Y'all remember when they had the baby? What happened next? The parents came.
Terrance, the parents didn't run over here. They bought the parents and the baby. They went and stole the baby.
That's why I'm saying all I'm saying is we don't know if we have an adult or a youth. We don't know who is gearing up to say, bruh, he's actually the prince of our world. You got the wrong one.
Nah, no bull. That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm like, yo, we've made so many movies about shit that has come true. I really be thinking that, damn, some of our movies, I do believe that our minds can manifest,
Yeah.
The way that they talk about if the earth heats up and the end of the world, those movies, I don't think that I'll live to see it, but I don't put it behind my head that it won't be. We have so many movies on aliens. There's a whole galaxy out there. You ever see where they show what we really are to the galaxy?
No, yeah.
Like we're
fucking
nothing.
Back.
We are nothing. That's why hey, look. Though they say it's 9 dimensions, right?
Dimensions.
Or 6 dimensions, and we're in the 3rd. It's something like that. Y'all got to go look up 19 Keys video. It's a great video. I just got to rewatch it. But you see the path I'm on. All I know is, y'all, we are so small in the galaxy. I feel like there's some people out there that can come here and crush us. Y'all watch Invincible. Remember Omni-Man? Remember what he was saying? I've been around for years. He told brother he looked at his mom like the same way I would look at a pet. She's here one week, here for a limited time, but not always gonna be here.
That shit was crazy. What were they called? Viltrumites?
You're something like that. You're from
Viltrum.
Viltrum.
Something.
If you haven't watched Invincible,
They've been
you are bullshitting.
And then you know what? They've been bullshitting on season 2, and I think with the writer's strike, they're probably not gonna put that out when they said they're gonna put it out.
I saw they said they was gonna have a 4-episode first season, and then the next part of it comes out, whatever. Y'all are Game of Thrones in it. We can feel it. Remember Game of Thrones said last season 7 episodes. Huh?
Yeah.
You do 10 episodes every season. The final season's shorter. Oh, but the episode's gonna be longer.
Okay, yeah, 30 minutes longer.
They were a couple minutes longer.
Yeah.
One was back to the regular time. Yo. Hey, all I'm gonna say, y'all, get your tinfoil hats. Get your whatever they say work. We're gonna be out there getting killed with the tinfoil hats on because we thought that was gonna deter them away.
You know what? Some of us already had our tinfoil hats. Damn, I just fucked that whole thing up. Some of us already had our tinfoil hats. Some of us already believe that, yo, this shit is crazy. You know, just say you guys are conspiracy. These conspiracy theories are ridiculous. You guys are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When these motherfuckers come and we ready, you'll see. You know them motherfuckers that have bunkers in their basement? They the ones that's really ready. They got nothing but corn and green bean cans and non-perishables down
No
there.
bullshit. The ones that's been talking about this, they the ones that's like, see? All right, y'all, moving forward, there was a clip of Tyler, the Creator, that went crazy on Twitter, went crazy Instagram, TikTok. I believe it came out last week, but we didn't really talk about it, but I feel like what he said definitely sparked a good conversation I want y'all to hear, and we're going to talk about it.
You got 17-year-olds like, yeah, like Ready to Die and Enter the Wu-Tang is my top 10 album ever. I'm like, bro, you just got hair on your dick. You got young boys and babies out here, and that's your favorite. Like, I don't care about people's objective top nothing. Tell me what is your favorite. I want to know why you think Pookie Dookie's second album is your favorite. Oh, I have memories attached to it. My brother did this when I was young, this and that. In track 7, he talks about this. I don't care about no objective. Dude, the kids be doing it with me. What kind of stupid shit is that? Everyone is making these lists just to have people engage. Why the fuck are we sitting here arguing about, oh, you don't got Tupac in your top 5? Nigga, no. I was fucking born when that nigga was at his peak. Like, who gives a fuck?
Bet. Shout out to Tyler, the Creator. That's from his interview with Elliot and B-Dot, Rap Radar.
And new?
Yeah.
You know shit.
I don't know if you know they do interviews all the time now. They have a podcast deal with, I forget who.
Shout out Rap Radar Podcast. I got big respect for them since day one.
No, yeah.
I'm going to let you sound up on that first.
Well,
what you
honestly,
think?
I mean,
You want me to go first?
I'll let you go first. I feel like you got a little bit more of a different, of a flashy opinion than me.
I would say I feel 2 different ways about it. One, I actually understand what he's saying about how the new kids these days have like this legacy respect for the acts that came in early hip hop, and you do look and sound more respectable when you show respect to the greats that came before the youngins. If you're a younger dude and you say, well, you know, I like Biggie Ready to Die, I like Tupac, you know what I'm saying, 7 Day Theory, it make you look a little bit like, oh, he a hip hop hell. You real on the hip hop.
Right.
So I definitely understand what he's talking about people trying to come off a certain way versus really saying what you like.
Yeah.
Like, don't say what sounds good. Actually say what you like. Him saying, like, you got 17-year-olds, like, you don't even got hair on your dick. How can you sit here and say that? How can you really feel the impact of 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Clan? And low-key, I feel 2 ways about that. I understand it when we talking about greatest or best ever or top. Like he said, the objective top conversation. That's when, and then he basically said he'd rather hear what your favorite is. I understand that when it comes from him. Like, yo, let's stop trying to sound cool. And if your favorite album of all time is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy because it changed your life, I definitely understand. You should say that instead of just trying to sound cool. The problem that I feel like I have with some of what he said was towards the end, where he's like, no, I'm not gonna play it again because they got the what's the name. Somebody was like, oh, you don't got Tupac in your top 55, and he's like, nigga, no, I wasn't fucking born. That's where I have an issue. Because if that's the case, then it's almost like, even with sports, that's like saying Steph Curry is the greatest basketball player of all time. Just because you grew up watching Steph.
Well, that's different because basketball is a little bit more stats are stats. You know what I'm saying? Rap is a lot more subjective because it's you like what you like.
And even though I get that, I'm only making a point. I get basketball is different. I'm only making the point that you can't, I don't think that it's cool to, I mean, I guess you could have your personal top 5. But when we start talking about hip hop and you have your top 5, I do think you gotta pay respect to some of the ones that did come first. I ain't saying you gotta say Funk Master Flex or, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's older is in your top. But when you got people like Tupac, if you do tell me your top 5 and Tupac not in it, but like let's say you got Gunna in your top 5 because when you grew up, you loved that Gunna album. What conversation are we having? Are we gonna have a conversation only about your personal interests, or because to me that mindset eliminates, and maybe it's his goal. To me, that mindset eliminates the conversation about like a top 5. We shouldn't even have that conversation if everybody's just gonna say their personal top 5.
Well, I think the reality is everybody's top 5 is personal.
Okay.
Everything that people say, I think, is subjective. I was arguing with a guy about Nas on Twitter, and you know
what he was giving it to you. Pause.
Super pause.
That's what I don't like.
I wouldn't know nothing
I already
about
put
that.
the pause on there, and now you gotta amp it up.
And sometimes when you pause, you give yourself away because it sounds crazy that you said that. But you good. But I was arguing with somebody on Twitter about Nas, and I just came to the realization that you're not gonna agree with me because you're a Nas guy. I'm a J guy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna agree with you. We just don't agree. But that's okay because this shit is low-key objective. We argue with these pages, bait all of us every day with shit like this, where it's who's the top this? What is this? What is the best song from this? What did you like from this album? What, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it was a nigga online that didn't like, he said, these are the only good tracks from Travis Scott's whatever album. What's the joint that got Guidance on it?
Birds in the Trap.
Birds in the Trap. He said, only 2 good songs are this and this. And they were like, Guidance? And he was like, that song's ass. Right? First of all, Guidance is amazing.
You're
to me.
fucking smoking
But
crack, whoever said
Do you
that.
see this, though? Do you see this? First of all, I love Guidance. But there's somebody in the world.
behind you.
That shit is fine.
Behind you.
Pop up your waist, pop out the place until I. That's just fine.
Oh my God, I'm playing that.
I hope we get one of them.
Yeah. I like to see it change gears. That song, you're tripping. Whoever said that. That's like saying, go ahead through.
Fuck, follow me. Y'all ain't got no hips. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
But look, somebody in the world don't like that. And this is my thing. As somebody that get called a hater on a daily basis, it's not even that all the way. Sometimes you hate and you just don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you might be telling the truth.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? But that's why I said, the shit is subjective. Like everybody's top 5 is going to be based on what they like.
Yeah.
I will say, based on what he's saying too, where I do agree with him, is a lot of people's opinions seem manufactured. Like you can see how many people are sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are only doing this because everybody is doing this.
Right.
Everybody says they got Biggie and Jay and whatever in their top 5. It's some young niggas that I know that are 19 that say, yeah, Jay's definitely in my top 5. And I would ask them if I could in a one-on-one convo, is he though? Like your top 5?
Right.
Like name me 5 Jay tracks. Because as a 19-year-old, he wasn't your prime. You might have went back. Because it was niggas saying, he making it seem like we can't go back and listen to music. That's true. You did, but like, did you want to? Or did you do it because you felt like you had to because in order to be in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? This is what you gotta like. There's a lot of people outside the culture that became hip hop fans that said, well, shit, these are the albums that I have to listen to. Shout out to John Denton. John Denton has been doing music reactions for a long time with rock reacts. Yeah. It just wasn't hip hop. But when he got into hip hop, his journey was what do I have to listen to be like caught up?
Yeah.
So a lot of people get into it that way.
Yeah.
But you know what? I still think that they could have I do still think that if you have certain albums or whatever in your top that didn't come out when you was born, that could still happen because what if you got into the game like that?
That's true. And my only criticism for Tyler, the Creator, another criticism that I have for him is this is what it sounds like when the person who's on top is talking. But will you always think that, Tyler, when you're no longer in the spotlight? Because these top conversations, at what point is it a little bit of respect involved? You know? Y'all want us to respect that Nas sold less than 26K this week for Magic 2. And I listened to it. It was fire. I love Irvin Magic Johnson. There's another one on there that I fucked with, but I listened to Magic 2. It was definitely fire. But there, you can see the respect being like put in there because of what he's done. You know? People are like, yo, Nas only selling 26K. It doesn't really speak to the greatness of this music. I feel like this dude said, I feel like Nas deserved to be in the top 10 because he's not going to crack top 20 on like the whatever charts. And I think these top lists where we say, yo, Nas is in my top 5. It's like there's a certain level of respect that goes with that. And my question to Tyler, the Creator, is I wonder how you would look at things when you're not around because that's kind of how you solidify your spot. You put your work in while you on, and then people do put you in their top. These young kids are going to come and say, Tyler, the Creator, who? Fuck him. How are you going to feel hearing that? When you talk like this, when you turn 50. Yeah, when you turn 50 and people are saying, fuck your music, just because they weren't born, I feel like this is where it's going to come from. When you start giving people an out like, yo, tell me your favorite album. Okay, well, then my top 5 is Yeet, Destroy Lonely, Cardi, and what conversation will we be having? I can see if hip-hop was not changing, right? But, like, hip-hop is not green grass. Like, hip-hop is dead grass, which means we either going to pull it up, we're going to water it, or it's going to be something else right there, like weeds. Yeah, like, it's just, if hip-hop was still going in the way that it was going, I feel like him saying this would sound away. But to me, I hear what he's saying, but there's another part of me that does hear the current on top. Do you remember when Cardi B told Nicki Minaj, and look, the Cardi B Nicki fans, if there's any in here, they don't know this.
Ears perked up.
Cardi B told Nicki Minaj, I'm not the one that's doing features to stay relevant or some shit like that. I'm not the one that has to do features to stay relevant, right? She said, why would I want to jump on a feature on something that's already out? That's what she said. Why would I? You the one that has to do that, right? Now, Cardi, you've went 5 years doing that. So
that's a fact.
When you're on top, it's easy to say, yo, man, fuck you know, it's easy to take that opinion when you're on top, but are you going to agree with yourself when you're out of the spotlight? That's my only question.
100%. People climb the ladder and then kick it.
Yeah.
Now you looking down like, shit, I got to jump.
I got to jump. Love that. People climb the ladder and then kick it. You forgot how you got up here.
100%. The nigga in the Supreme Court that just took away
affirmative action?
Yeah.
Black ass used it to get in there, huh?
Climbed the ladder and burned the ladder. Then look, threw oil. He threw lighter fluid on everybody down there and just threw a match off the roof. But that is true because he said, is Tupac in your top 55, whatever? No, I was 2 when he was born. I mean, when he was popping.
So no respect?
Tupac is in my top 5, and he was rapping when I was born. Yeah. Like, but you got to name me 5 people better than Tupac then. So you see, it's subjective, but it's still like,
where's the hip-hop respect?
You know?
We can't just get off, oh, my favorite is this, so that's my top 5. Then what are we talking about? What do I look like saying Nas? What do I look like saying Jay, Biggie, Nas, Kendrick, Pop, right? And And then you're like, Detroit Lonely, Yeet. Okay, great. Thanks for telling me your opinion. You heard mine. We shake hands and walk away.
Not yet.
That's why I brought up basketball. Because you're right. Basketball does have a certain stat aspect that garnishes respect. Like, we have to pay respect to the stats. Did you see Jeff Teague? And I'm going to just keep it a hundo. I know y'all think Jeff Teague is funny and all of that, but bruh, you wasn't that good in the NBA.
He knows
I guess
that.
you're funny, but the shit he said about the WNBA, I forget what he said.
Oh, okay.
Why come out and shit on the WNBA trying to be funny? Because you was mid? You got a gimme ring?
What'd he say? What'd he say?
You have a gimme ring.
Terrance,
Fuck out of here.
I will say that nigga has a dope podcast out where he's not, sucking off a bunch of people that are playing now and they just be talking their shit. People love that joint.
I feel you. I mean, niggas are
What
gonna
did he
be
say
funny.
about the W?
He said some shit. What did he say about the WNBA? I don't even want to go. I'm not even gonna shed light on that shit. But I just didn't fuck with it. But did you see? He also said that James Harden is better than D Wade. And it's like, if you like James Harden's game better than you like D Wade's game, that's one thing. D Wade is a 3-time NBA champion, 1-time low key on his own, even though he had Shaq fresh out of LA. One time.
That's a big even number.
But arguably, I mean, they said, oh, you got it because of Shaq, and then I guess whatever. But like D Wade,
Can't take it from him.
when you look at his stats versus Harden, it's a certain level of respect we have to pay to D Wade, regardless of what your favorite is. And that's the only reason why I bring it up for this.
But you know what? You're right about that because, and that's the thing. It's still subjective. Even in shit with stats, it's subjective. You see the dude that came out and said, Carmelo Anthony is the most overrated player of all time. And you know what the argument was? You wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga had a bunch of facts about numbers and shit. And he was like, the other dude was like, man, these basketball fans that read off of spreadsheets, y'all wasn't there to see that he was this, he was that, he was that. And there was people going back and forth about what they thought. But at the end of the day, even with stats, it's subjective. But you know what? That shit sells. That shit is going to sell every time.
It will.
We argue about music. We argue about all of this shit on the podcast. Think about it. Even the shit we argued about last week is all subjective. It's all about how you looking at shit.
It really is. It really is. And when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to music, football, basketball, whatever, we do have to play the line between a subjective opinion, a personal opinion, and just straight facts. So, I mean, we'll be battling that forever. But y'all let us know what y'all think about that one. That was a real good clip that was going around. Shout out to everybody that's spinning that Utopia right now. If you're listening to this podcast, we haven't heard it yet. We're going to actually be shooting this morning. If you listen to this, we're shooting this morning. So I'm going to be off Twitter. Tonight, I'm getting off Twitter. I can't get on Twitter. This is Thursday. I'm getting off Twitter because I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see nothing. I'm going to just take a night off Twitter. But
I'm going to be on it to see.
shout out to everybody that's going to hear Utopia first. If you're listening right now, shout out to the ones that wait for the realest 9 to listen. If you do that, you are the realest one ever because y'all know how we get down. But we planning on being early this time. Travis Scott's rollout was actually one of the better rollouts we've seen all year, like a legit rollout. He's got a film that dropped Thursday on the 27th. That joint was called Maximus Circus. Oh, Circus Maximus.
Is that joint out already?
He said he was dropping it Thursday. So I don't know if it came out yet. Or I'm going to go and see if I can see that. But look, I won't watch it because I don't want to hear none of the music. Like, I didn't watch Metro's joint until after.
Yep.
Because I just wanted everything to be fresh. But he has a real rollout of music. He has music. He put over like 10 different covers out. And we all get to pretty much, play with it. And even before Utopia came, he's been talking about it.
Yeah. It's been 5 years ago, he was like, Utopia is coming. You know what I'm saying? After Astroworld. It's been a long rollout for him. It honestly has been a successful rollout. It's dope to see all of the album covers that came out. Honestly, I'm still, at this point, I'm waiting for the
explanation.
The one that's going to be the actual one.
Oh,
People saying it's going to be the upside down, X-ray joint. I like the other one where
the colors in the gray.
Yeah. I like that one. I think he should do that. But who knows?
My question to you was 2 questions. Do you agree with this statement right here? This is Travis Scott's most important drop of his career.
Yes. I agree with that.
Why?
I think we just are in a climate. Travis Scott's last album dropped in 2018. Right? That was before people just started randomly trashing artists that people love. Believe it or not. I said the only one was Drake. Drake was the only one that people was like, oh yeah, this sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About views, you know?
Yeah.
Which was amazing. It's one of his best albums. Hopefully we get views tracks on Saturday. But I think Travis skipped a lot of the heat from this new young crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like the appetite or the attention span or whatever of the music listener now is completely changed. Like the way they flipped on Roddy, the way people flipped on, I think Roddy is probably the biggest example I can think of just off the top of my head.
Man, it's insane.
But I mean, the way they flipping on Baby or trying their hardest to flip Baby out right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we saw a little bit of it for Travis Scott with people saying, oh, he hasn't had a good feature, or oh, his features are trash, and this better be a good album. If it's not good, I feel like he's solidified already. He's never put out a bad project. But you see that? See how we say that?
Yeah.
We'll say he never dropped a trash project. All his shit is fire. That is like unfair almost. Mm-hmm. Because now you have to drop something fire. You know what I'm saying? And I think he will. I think he will. I like most of what Travis Scott does. And he'll lose if he do an album full of coffee beans. I probably would like it, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we got that one though. So he's gonna give us a bunch of elements, but I do think this is important for him because I feel like it's gonna be easy for people to start picking on him like they already have been. If he put out a trash project, people are gonna start talking shit.
Yeah. It's funny you say if he put a whole album full of coffee beans out, you would probably like it. Because when you look at how people would receive that. People would be like, fuck no, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember Drake was doing stuff like Blam, Passion Fruit before? Can you imagine somebody say, yo, Drake should put an album of all Passion Fruit out? Niggas would be like, fuck no. Or if they say, yo, this last Drake album was just a bunch of Passion Fruit songs. People would be like, oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Just like they did, honestly, never mind. Mm-hmm. But we ended up fucking with that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yo, Travis Scott definitely has the talent. I don't think his talent is going to let whatever he puts out be bad. I think you're right about it's just going to be if it's what people want. If it's not what we want, if it don't remind us of Birds in the Trap, if it don't remind us of Rodeo, I was just listening to Oh My This Side on the way home from the airport, and I'm letting y'all know that is a song that will have you flying. And I'm going to see if I make a thread on Twitter about that. Not of songs, but just see what people say. Like, there are certain songs you listen to that just make you drive fast.
Yeah.
Like Pele Coat by Dirk, 2023 this year. I will hit I'm putting it in sport when that come on. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. But
Pele Coat by Dirk.
2010, wintertime, Pele on. I had the Mexico. Sorry. Anyway, Travis Scott, to me, this is one of his biggest drops of his career also because of what happened after your last album. After your last album, you had one of the biggest, most amazing tours ever, but it went up in flames.
Yeah.
You had to put the apology out. You took the time away. You did everything right. The only last thing you have to do right is return.
Yep.
That's your hardest thing that you got to do, and you're returning. You coming back to a raw, rough playing field. It ain't the same open playing field that you came in with.
Yep.
Think about what music we got in 2018. Victory Lap, Daytona, what was the other albums that came out? That even some that didn't even, I think, what's the name's last album when he passed away? Mac Miller's last album, I think, might have been 2018, 2017. Drake had dropped.
Cardi.
We had
Did we get KOD that year?
We got KOD that year. J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Bro, we were in a good place of music where your music was able to shine. Yep. You know? We already got some great music. This year is a little bit different. This year, the playing field does look different.
And you know what I will say? Like, KOD came out in 2018. People loved it. You know what I'm saying? People fuck with it. It's only now that they say, oh, that album was trash, or it wasn't good, or it was actually mid. It's like, I thought we all enjoyed it in 2018.
Right. And
You know
look,
what I'm saying?
I want to say this, too, about Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch dropped that teaser, and everybody was talking about how on his IG Live, the views is going down, and oh, wow. Let me tell y'all something. The reason why it's become a trend to hate on Roddy Ricch We already know that it's a trend, but I'm about to tell y'all the reason why. The reason why is because he let people see that it got to him.
Yeah.
So people want to bury you. People want to, once people know that talking about your big ass head is going to make you get in your feelings, they going to talk about nothing but your head.
Yeah.
Like, once people know that they getting under your skin, they will get under your skin until you quit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you teach your son. Yeah. Because it's like, we seen it with Roddy Ricch. Like, his music that he dropped wasn't even bad. But because when they said his shit was mid the first time and he was like, yo, I guess I'm going to just stop. I guess y'all don't fuck with me no more. You gave them so much fuel. Now they want you to do that again. Yeah. They'd rather see Roddy say, I guess y'all don't fuck with me no more, than see him win. You know why? Yeah. Because these are regular people. And these are regular people who don't even have shit. They want you to be back in the hood. They don't want to see you escape. They want you back here.
That's a fact. And you know what? There's something to be said about that, because it's almost like when you do have if Roddy was a regular up and coming artist, you know what I'm saying, or a new artist, people wouldn't treat him that way.
Right.
But since he already has had success, that's where it becomes like, all right, now we want to see you fall. It's the same thing that's why people be saying, oh, you be going too hard for Lil Baby. Like, he's not even that good. And I'm like, I just don't get what the motive is. Like, we're trying to force this man to make different music. I've asked niggas, and I said this last week, what do you think he should do? So what should he do different? You don't even know. You just want something different, but you don't know what you want, but you're going to get on here and talk about how what he's doing isn't working for you. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because other motherfuckers it work for. But it's almost like when people get too successful, we want to remind them how human they are. That's why we always talk about keeping your relatability and not getting too Hollywood. If me and Terrance came up here and started wearing nothing but, you know, designer brands, and we started talking different, and it's like a nigga asks you where you get that hat and you can't say, or you acting like you can't get a Happy Meal no more. That's where you start losing motherfuckers.
Right. And
it's sad that we even gotta do that, or else.
Let niggas know where you got your shit from. Where you get that bracelet from?
This bracelet right here I got from ASOS. My girl got me this because me, her, and my son have one. This is an Apple Watch. Whatever.
I love it. Look, me 1 and 1.
This is my boy Nathan Zed, which, if you don't know Nathan Zed, he's a amazing star, legendary YouTuber.
Great videos.
Too much love for Nathan Zed.
Too much Nathan Zed love this episode.
These shorts you can't see came from me. I'm just a humble nigga though.
That's what I'm saying. Look, real quick, let me just get it off. My sister made this, because, you know, I like that you said that, and I want to tell people. Okay. My sister made this one for my nephew crew. I got my girl name on here, Anjoli. That's my boo. Ring right here, I got from... Fuck.
You got that from ASOS? Fashion Nova?
I don't know if this is from ASOS. These 2 rings are from H&M years ago. This watch is my boy Christian James. It don't cost a grip, but I love it because it look like a little... got a little paddock.
Got a little paddock.
Look, going that, Lord, about the paddock. Going that, Lord, that's this. This shirt I got from this website called lowheads.com. They got great vintage, boutique type stuff there.
Terrance, all right. We wasn't supposed to do
this hat
all
I got out of what's the name, shop in Seattle. This little shop, what's my man's name? It's a reference joint. Y'all go look at.
All right. Happy for them.
My
point.
We not too Hollywood is all I'm saying.
Right. But my point is the fact that you have to do that.
Yeah.
That right there is the defense that you gotta play because of how people are today. We gotta tell each other we gotta keep our relatability. We never want to get too Hollywood. Because once a nigga start popping that shit, yeah, we get money, fuck these niggas. It's all good, yeah, they winning. But when you start to fall, niggas will enjoy it. Look at Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather is one of the only niggas that everybody wanted him to lose or you want him to keep winning. And he never lost.
He never lost.
Adrian Broner came up, and this is some boxing shit. If you don't watch boxing, he was talking shit. When he went down to Maidana, that ruined his whole career. It was nothing but downhill from there.
Because his career was built on being that nigga and shitting on people.
Yeah, and having this ego, and you talking shit, and can't nobody say shit to me, can't beat me. Mm-hmm. Then you was popping shit about Pacquiao, and he went out there and dubbed you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you got a career that's on cocky shit, when it's time for you to be humble, it really look bad.
It looks bad.
Like when you pop, you're right. When you pop your shit, for somebody like Roddy Ricch, these niggas can't fuck with me. These niggas can't touch me. But then when niggas talk about your music, you say, damn, I guess I'm. Now your message look funny.
But T, it don't even matter. But that's one thing too that you gotta remember is it don't even matter if you popping shit like that. Roddy
You're right.
wasn't out here saying fuck y'all niggas. He put out a great album that we all love. Then he put out an album that just caught the algorithm at the wrong time.
And he waited a minute to put that album out.
He did.
Yeah.
He put that joint out. People hated it.
It's my most played album of last year.
And the and the way people responded was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not the way people responded, but the way he responded is what got people under their skin. I noticed some shit today too.
What?
You said some shit. A nigga said, I forget, you know who you are too. You probably listen to this podcast. But you said something like, it was the Roddy shit. You said, the Roddy, not even that bad XYZ.
I'll read my tweet if
Somebody said, no, you don't gotta go to it. Somebody said, this is trash. And you said, that's how you feel, it's all right, or something like that. And he said, do the this reaction. And I said, you know what? I think I just cracked the code. This shit right here. This shit stinks. I don't care what y'all niggas say. It's a snippet and it sounds good to me. Look, give us the Drake and Cinch reaction. This is, that I should take a picture of that. Because that is exactly what niggas do. They don't even give a fuck about what you're talking about. They just want to piss you off to get your attention. Then when they get your attention, then they're going to ask you for a reaction. Oh, you know what? I'm actually a big fan. I was hoping y'all could actually do this. And it's like, why did you do the fuckboy shit to get my attention?
Right.
Because you know why? If you go about it the right way, then you don't get shit. When I tweet all day and show motherfuckers love all day. The moment I tweet, you know what? This is stupid or this sucks. Then people say, all you do is hate all day.
All you do is hate.
It's like almost like y'all blind to the love.
And let me say this, just to piggyback. Think about what you're saying. This dude, because I said that I like they Cloned Tyrone. I said that I like Oppenheimer and favorite Barbie. This dude said, man, I'm just glad to see you liking something. Aren't you? Now think about this. Think about if you're the person that likes everything. Or you're too scared, or you're just following the trends of what's good and what's bad. Oh, people don't like this, so I don't like this. There's people, think about the opinion of a person who ain't afraid to tell you when something's good or bad in the midst of all of this. Like this Roddy right here, right? Most niggas didn't even press play to listen to the snippet. They saw the IG views dropping, retweeted and said, damn, Roddy fell off. You ain't even give it a chance. Mm-hmm. You just watched everyone else saying it, so you did it. And some of you are watching this right now, and I am talking about you, bro. Or sis. You literally don't think for yourself. You just wait to see what the TL says, and then you jump on it. Like really think about it. Do you really think for yourself, or are you just following the TL? You know. When you look in the mirror, you know. Some of you know damn well, damn, I was just a follower. I'm gonna keep it 100. What was I a follower of a trend? Can you keep it 100 right now and tell me something that you hated and you realized you was just hating because everybody hated it, but you actually fucked with it?
That is actually a great question, and this is a very vulnerable thing. Let me try to think.
Really, it's a hard one too, because I'm trying to think.
Let me try to think of it. Something that I hated because everybody hated it, but then when I checked it out, it was actually dope. Man. That's actually very tough. I would say in hip hop,
it could be anything, low-key, just to get an example off. For me, hip hop, I'll give my example. It was Roddy Ricch's album last year. Remember, I missed the whole hate wave. Mm-hmm. I had just got 2K. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna listen to this Roddy Ricch album while I play the demo joint where you can only play with the 2 championship teams. You know? I said, fuck it, I'm gonna listen to the album. I listened to it and I said, yo, that Roddy Ricch wasn't bad. Got online to everybody clowning that joint, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? Well, maybe I wasn't hating at first, but that was the first time that I realized, damn. Well, that wasn't the first time, but that was just another time where I realized, damn, I gotta go against the grain because I liked it already, but I see everybody is going with the hate, but I done already went this way. Mm-hmm. I could easily. This is what I'll do, and this is what some of y'all do. Damn, you know what? I enjoyed it, but you know what? Maybe I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Nah, you did. You actually did enjoy it.
And people are scared to get
and you scared to jump out there in front of everybody and give your opinion. Because
and get the L take, bro. What? Are you serious?
Bro, what?
I can't believe this. Get this man off Twitter. Bro, That's why I love hating shit. I love it. I love saying, you know what? Fuck Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, even though they keep winning. Y'all
You know
what I'm saying?
how the fuck I give it up.
I don't give a. I love when people hate. Somebody mentioned me and said I hated all the Travis Scott albums, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? You know why? I love all of them, but I love that you hate it because you're being honest.
Keep your opinion, yeah.
You keeping it 100.
Some of y'all opinions are ridiculous, like bro who was like Drake doesn't have a classic album. That opinion you can keep.
Nah, yeah.
But if you didn't like, if he said, I just didn't like any of Drake's albums. If I'm keeping it 100, I just didn't like it. I respect it. Especially I respect the fact that you're not afraid to say that.
Yeah. Hate is more entertaining than anything. Think about it. That nigga said that, and they podcast clip went viral. They made it to hella all the pages because we don't move the way we supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to see whack shit or stuff that we don't agree with and say, fuck this. But guess what? When shit bad happen, it goes everywhere. Like them kids that broke into that house we talked about weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the kids are thinking that way is because they say, you know what, that's the way you go viral now. You got to do some big crazy shit. Put your life on the line. Jesus Christ, I'm raising a child in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And his little ass better grow up with some understanding of the grades.
He gonna have some sense. Ooh. Jalen Ramsey. Meniscus. Thank God it's only that.
Thank God it's only that. He was about to be done. His
Let's
ass
wait
is
for the-
already getting cooked already. I'm sorry. I am so off of the Jalen Ramsey is the best cornerback in the league thing. He got cooked 2 years in a row.
Terrance.
2
That
years in a
man,
row.
look at his-
You can look at the numbers, right?
Look at his advanced stats.
You know how they say look at so-and-so numbers, but then they talk about late playoff game performance with basketball? Man, who was it that was cooking his ass in the Super Bowl,
Terrance,
but
if
they
y'all
won?
got Jalen Ramsey in Washington to play alongside, what's bruh name? St. Juice? Who, y'all got a dope corner.
Kendall Fuller.
Kendall Fuller. Man, y'all had
82 on Madden this shit.
maybe what if y'all had Kendall Fuller and you would be happy to get Jalen? He's still a beast. Don't do that.
I won't take nothing away from him. I'm just
He
saying.
definitely got cooked a little bit. Like,
He came out and was putting himself top 3. Do y'all forget that?
no, yeah.
Based on his first couple years, he
Terrance,
was
is
saying.
he not top 3?
Let's
You
just-
mean all time he was.
He was
saying
putting
that.
his
He
name
said-
up there with Gorillas. Hold up, bro. You definitely up there, but whoa.
Nah, he put his name up there with
you
Champ.
good in the league now. Chill.
You know who will tell you about yourself on the timeline? What's bro? Asante Samuel Sr.
Bro,
you seen him
yes.
going back and forth with Sauce? Hey, nigga, you ain't got enough interceptions to be talking to me like that, young blood.
Yeah, watch your mouth. I really was the one doing this. And that's why I said these old dudes who have done this, they want to keep their respect when the game is gone. It ain't about today. Always.
Nah, true. That's good to wrap back to the Tyler thing because it is the same thing.
It's the same thing. Like, do we respect today
And you know
and
what?
yesterday?
That's a fact. Sending love to the LeBron James family, the James gang.
JamesGang.
It was scary to see like news about Bronny and Bronny trending. And they said even the cardiac arrest because I saw it when it happened, and they said he's fine. But just to see Bronny trending, and then the first thing you see is cardiac arrest. Having to keep reading to see that he was all right was scary because I would hate that for Bron.
Oh, that killed
That would destroy me for Bron, especially
Yeah.
now that I got a son. Like you lose your oldest. That would terrify me. So I'm happy that he is in good health. You seen Bron tweeted about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I did want to say for y'all. Bronny he has a very young cardiovascular system. He's only been on the earth for 19, 20 years. He's in great physical health. He has the stamina to run up and down the court, back and forth, back and forth. I'm not going to do like everybody else does and say that it was a vaccine. I'm not saying that. That's not what this is. What I'm telling you is that it can happen to anybody. I've been on the earth 30 years next year.
Yeah.
And a lot of us look great because we lift weights, but get on that treadmill and see how long you could go. Because a lot of times our cardiovascular system ain't there. And some of y'all that's in Wendy's line right now getting you a biggie bag.
You got the podcast. You thought you was doing something,
You
huh?
was doing something in the drive-thru. Was you getting a biggie bag? You getting the cheeseburger, the 4 nuggets, the strawberry lemonade.
Or you thinking about it for your fucking lunch break?
Don't do it. Because if Bronny, somebody in the immaculate shape, that's all I'm saying. When
Or
shit
even-
like that happen to people that's in shape, I'd be like, all right.
Or did you hear about Tori Kelly, the singer that had all
Oh,
the
yeah.
blood clots and she had fell out? You don't know, y'all. That's why I ain't gonna say not to eat the Wendy's, even though but more so even into what we were saying last year, man. You never know. That shit scared the fuck out of me seeing Bronny have cardiac arrest. Y'all know why? I'm one of those people that had ups and downs with health and did the Google thing, and then it said you're having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you search that you got a headache, they're going to say, well, a headache could be simple, or it could be a sign of a very serious issue. Click here for more. You say, well, shit, it can't be a regular headache because I Googled. More. Headache, body fatigue, headache, body fatigue, fever, signs of a heart attack. It's like, okay, I guess I got a headache. Let me try. You start saying, my arms feel limp. Take your temperature. Don't let you have a fever. You're going to be rushing to the hospital.
Nah, no bullshit.
All I'm saying is I have convinced myself several times in my life that I might be having a heart attack. Mm-hmm. It just is something that it comes with the 2000s way of living because we got Google. All I'm going to say is when I saw that news, I thought immediately about how it is very evident. Like some idiot tried to tell me, I'm not going to say idiot, no disrespect to y'all. This dude was like, if you don't think, basically he's saying, even though we see Will Smith, he said something like, he brought up Will Smith because he was talking about the Russell Wilson stepfather thing. And I was saying, yo, being a dad don't make you not corny. And he was like, well, I guess Will Smith is corny because he's a dad, but we don't know what type of dad he is. He could be. My thing is this. When it comes to people like Will Smith, LeBron James, their fatherhood is literally documented. You can see how much that man loved his kids. It almost looked, you can see he loved his kids more than the game.
Hold on, wait, Terrance. Are you bringing it up? And so you saying you don't Russ love for
somebody
is not documented?
No. He was basically saying, posting pictures don't say that you this great dad. You know?
Oh, okay.
Or what we see online, it don't always mean you a great dad.
Some people are IG dads. That's true.
Some people are Instagram dads.
Not even just Russ.
And I'm not I'm not saying Rush is that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we don't be known to be sitting here saying that this person's not a good father, this person's is. Because he said, well, if that's the case, we can't say Will Smith's a good father just by what we see. But when you bring up somebody like Will Smith or LeBron James, we've met their kids.
They had the interview talking about
we hear from their kids how great their dad is. Go and look at the video of LeBron James. Literally just had this past ESPYs. Look at two things. The video where he's looking up there at his family, he looks like a kid. Look at my family up on stage. I was so happy for him. Then when he's up there, he got to do his handshake with his boys. That's somebody that loved if it was my son, it's like, put it like this. Also, did you see Deion Sanders riding with Shadura in the Maybach truck and he was like about to freestyle and he was listening to his son's song? I was so happy because I'm like, you know what? He probably loved his son. Mm-hmm. That's why, and I ain't bringing this back up, people saying, oh, Future don't give a fuck about his son. Yo, y'all don't know.
Because even all of it, but you're right though, because the point you make it, even all of that stuff that you may see on Instagram could also be a facade.
Yeah.
I watched it, it was this dude, I don't know what the fuck he does, but he was like, he interviewed all his sons. He had the oldest to the youngest. He had an 18-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Every one of his sons, he said, what do you think I could do better as a dad? And all of them said, spend more time, like more one-on-one time. They said, we all do stuff together, but I want to do more one-on-one time. That's what the oldest said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, maybe we go to the movies or something, I don't know. He a cool
oldest.
Then the 11-year-old said, I want you to do more stuff with me. Like you take me to the park, but then you just let me go. And you don't come get on the slides. And he was like, oh, okay, cool, I can do that. The 3-year-old said, I want you to spend more time with me, right? Like, let's do more just me and you stuff. And it's like, damn, he was tore up after that. He came back, he was crying. I was crying.
Damn, this nigga watch a 5-minute TikTok?
Bro, yeah, he was crying because he was like, I do all of the shit that I think I'm doing right. And he said, if I would have never asked that question, I would have never known that real time is what they really want. So you really never know. You don't know. You can't tell from IG. That is the truth. Even though I think my man Russ is doing it.
I think Russ is doing it. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I also know for a fact that man LeBron love his kids. That's how I felt.
Nah, for sure.
Felt for him when I saw the news. I don't want to talk about this for too long, but I do have to mention it. NLE Choppa, I think he put the nail in the coffin for hip-hop with that latest drop.
Yeah.
I almost want to play some of it, but I'm afraid that they're going to copyright it or whatever. But low-key, You have to be kidding me.
He basically, if you didn't see, he did a remix to "It's Get Hot in Here" by Nelly. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot.
I wanna take my clothes off.
Yeah. He said, I wanna shoot this nigga so bad. What'd he say?
He said, I've been waiting so long.
He said something about shooting.
I've been waiting to shoot this nigga for so long. That's what he said. Trash.
It was so bad. It's so bad. Let me tell y'all something. This is what I was talking about on Twitter. The beat is exactly the same. It's not even like a sample beat. And niggas was trying to cat for it and say, oh, and because my tweet was, the argument is always, oh, well, we've been sampling for years. Artists have been sampling for years. And that's true. We do have some covers as well. People like to bring up the At Your Best, Aaliyah. That was a cover.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a very well-known, this is a cover. You know what I'm saying? It is not something different. It's the same thing done by me. It's the same reason why we have A Strange Fruit by Nina Simone. We have A Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. We had a bunch of different ones because they're covers. We got a bunch of Ave Marias. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these niggas nowadays are taking the same, it's the same beat. The hook is exactly the same.
Yep.
You just adding a couple different verses. Like, that's why I said it's like remixes. Y'all not even really like sampling anymore. The Lola Brooke joint that she took, I forget which one that she did. It's one of her new joints. And I was like, damn, that is the exact same thing.
It's the same
thing. The Flo Milli did the A Milli remix. And when I saw she did that, I was like, dope. Her name is Flo Milli. She gonna put a spin on it. But then she's in the joint talking about she got tougher than Nigerian hair. And I'm like...
And you did the same type of video that Wayne did.
And then I'm like, damn, she's saying the Wayne lyrics. Why not do your own verse, even if it is over the same?
And she did do her own type of verse. And I kind of
yeah,
fucked with it, but I get
a
you.
lot of your verse was the Wayne verse.
I get it.
So the best elements of Wayne's verse you added to your song. Why would I listen to you when I can go listen to him? Because you didn't even change it up.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's just...
When I brought this up, I meant to say it's just a little bit past homage at this point. At this point, I don't see how the hell NLE Choppa can sit there and make this song and say this and sound just like Nelly. You got an outfit on trying to look like Nelly. You got a Band-Aid on your face. You trying to even make the same video as Nelly. How do you as an artist who would probably say music is your passion, how do you as an artist not feel like you're completely biting or copying somebody that came before you? Yeah. Or riding another nigga's wave? You're going to get on there and say, be yourself, be you, do you, don't try to follow. But what are y'all doing in music? New artists? You're going to tell these people when you get your award for your copycat song to be themselves, to do you. But you didn't do you. You rode a wave. So all I'll say is we're getting to the point now where you're right. There's no such thing as a cover anymore because even a cover shows homage. We're past homage. Now we're just completely biting. We're just completely riding waves. And the bad thing is these old niggas, I'm sorry, not niggas, these old artists will be cool with y'all biting because it gives them more spotlight. You think Nelly gonna have a problem with this? I guarantee you if he didn't get so much backlash and it wasn't so trash, then he probably get a Nelly remix. Because Nelly would say, oh, Hot in Here is back. I'm getting back. I'm going to get on his track.
Yep. I don't think he has a problem with it now because niggas might be going to listen to his joint as a result. Shit, platforms like Versus that brought old music back, you know what I'm saying? We did it first. But platforms like Versus that took an artist and made them play their top 20 songs, we're in a post that era. Yeah. That also happened during the pandemic. And it also translates to TikTok different too. Because now, like Mariah Carey got the joint going around where people are doing the challenge. And it's like, damn, like this song came out. Y'all picked the most random of her hits.
Look at, speaking of Mariah Carey, look at Lotto with Big Energy. You're riding the Mariah Carey wave, right? But because it's a Mariah Carey wave, shit like that don't get corrected. It gets supported. That's why I'm saying we actually got out in front of this NLE Choppa thing. One, because it was actually not great at all.
It was actually trash, yeah.
And two, we were able to get out in front of it because it was very obviously biting. But if it was a little bit less trash, a little bit less of a bite, you would see Nelly come behind this. And that's why we've gotten this far. We got this song from NLE Choppa because the environment says, okay, I'm going to show love. I'm going to just do a remix to this person's song. And we don't have an environment where the old people are like, yo, that's my shit. Imagine Nelly coming out and saying, yo, bro, why are you biting my shit? Artists would not want backlash from older artists, so they would create their own. Because these older artists support these new artists doing what they doing because it's giving them the shine, we keep getting regurgitated bullshit.
There's probably old artists that want somebody to come spin the block on one of their tracks and get their TikTok popping.
Because I want that.
Because I'm going to get the, you know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of where the game is now. But, and even when we were talking about like covers, like I brought up Ave Marie and Strange Fruit. Those are songs that are sung. It's a cover because it's done different. It's like the same song, but since you're a singer and I'm a singer, but we're different, like in what we do, my cover is different than your cover. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's different too because you actually have to be able to sing. You know what I'm saying? Like for your cover to work. But now it's just like we doing covers for rap songs. I don't know.
So yeah, like Hot in Here gonna come on and we gotta determine if it's NLE Choppa or Nelly.
Do you remember when G-Eazy redid Return of the Mac? His joint
Yes.
starts just like Return of the Mac, and then you come on. Oh, I'm skipping this every time. I need to hear Mark Ronson, not Morrison, not you. You know what I'm saying?
Me and I was just telling my girl this. There's one part of Return of the Mac that we are all waiting for. The ad-libs, we're all saying the ad-libs. I don't know if y'all know. Return of the Mac. We all saying the ad-libs, right? What's the ad-lib? You just said it. The ad-lib we are all waiting for is once again. You are on your peak. Do you know what that song's about?
No.
Think about what he's saying.
Return of the Mac, meaning I'm coming back. Did that song come out with the movie The Mac?
I don't know. That's a great question. I haven't seen the Mac.
You have seen The Mac.
I was about to say since college. Max Julian. I was just at the National History Museum for Black History and Culture, and they have Max Julian's cape that he wore in the Mac in that joint.
For real?
Yes, I was geeking in that.
You're the only nerdy. Do y'all know what this is from?
I have it on video, but I didn't put it in the vlog because I said, look at my nerd ass, and my girl was not reacting. Hey, do you know what this is? Youngster. Look. You don't know who the Mac is? We watching tonight.
20 years, Jordan. Let's see where you be at in 20 years. He gave us some real shit.
Yep.
Oh,
he was trying so hard to give Jody tough love. He could have killed him.
Bro, if you go back and look
But that's my look, that's my lady's
son.
rowdy
But he
ass
think
son.
he can talk to me any type of way like I'm not a real nigga. That's why he said if we was in the jailhouse, I'd make you get on your knees and fix it.
That's one of the best movies
Did
ever.
you see how the response to you saying the street niggas do gay shit stuff from last week? It was like, that was the wildest shit. That's an example
of Melvin. Melvin would not be out here trying to be
Terrance,
with
don't
dudes.
go and take us into a whole
I'm
big
not.
thing.
I'm just saying, y'all see? He was worried about his woman. But if I was in jail, I gotta get a nut off. It's nuts. Anyway.
So if you was in jail, you would...
Terrell,
That's what you said.
I'm gonna do what y'all did. I ain't never gonna go to jail. I don't know. But look.
Never ask me no disrespectful shit like that ever again in your life.
Look, and you can take this part out, but never fucking ask me. Forget to take it out. Hey, look, y'all, this is another thing. If you ever see a clip on this visual podcast where Terrell's listening and not talking, but I'm talking, but the thing is on Terrell and he's just sitting here like this. Like last week, they just had a clip of me.
Nigga set me up. I said, what the fuck?
They did. I had one for me too. I accidentally clicked the thing that goes you know.
Accidentally. Don't nobody want to hear about your mistakes. Get it right.
I'm just letting y'all know that is not done purposely to show reactions. Most of the time it's a mistake. Okay, moving on. We're going to hit course of action. We got a lot of course of action to get into this week. I ain't going to say a lot, but shout out to the people that said course of actions. I'm going to try to use some of y'all course of actions over the next couple episodes. And the good thing is I have some of y'all names. Only one of them that I'm going to do, I'm not going to say the names. But if you hit me on Twitter, for the people that hit me on Instagram, I'm sorry. And I know y'all know there was not enough characters in that little box for y'all to really get in y'all bag.
Nah, yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out something that we could do where y'all could say all of your course of action. Terrell, turn that video off. He got a video of his son that makes me cry. But the first one that we're gonna go with is not somebody from Twitter. This is somebody that hit me on Instagram, but I thought it was hilarious. It's the only one from Instagram, y'all. If you hit me on Instagram, I'm gonna do something else so we can get y'all in there. I don't know if it's I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but right now, I got some ones from Twitter, and if you hit me on Twitter, you'll probably hear your name, which is dope. But the first one,
Okay.
it says, your girl gets a little too excited watching the Mallory Bros podcast. Only reason why I want to do this one is to let bruh's girl know
This is a real thing?
this is a real situation. It says, a real situation.
Oh, shit.
Hopefully this doesn't get you in trouble, bruh. But if you're his girl and you're doing too much watching this podcast, you need to fucking chill.
You need to cool it.
You need to cool the fuck off. Let my man live. Don't tell him that you want him to have a brolic build like Terrell.
Terrance,
Don't tell him that you want him to have...
That needs to be addressed. You're calling me brolic, but this nigga is the one that's starting to look like G.I. Joe, not me.
Don't tell him Terrell's responsible. He's patient.
Terrance, hold on, wait.
You see how Terrance cut him off and he don't say shit? I need a... Hey,
Terrance,
look,
hold on, wait, because you trying to make this funny, which if I was bro, I would be pissed.
I'm not. I'm just saying...
On
I'm
some real
saying
shit.
don't measure my man up.
Nobody said she was doing that, Terrance. Now you adding layers to it.
What is
I
little
would be
too,
pissed off.
What does little too excited mean to you, Terrell?
She just getting a little too excited when these niggas show up. Relax. Watch the pod.
Oh, okay. I see how you're looking at it. Yeah.
Calm down. It's almost like if your girl get too... Have you ever been in a situation in your life where your
100.
girl see a nigga that's her friend
100.
and she just get a little too excited and you like, damn, you really missed this
You
nigga.
really laughing at this nigga. You real hee ha ha with this nigga.
For sure.
Don't start me up, bro. Don't start me up, bro. I swear to God. Oh, yeah, that was
Never
real
been-
funny. Yeah, I got you. All right, my bad.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, damn, you thought that was hilarious.
The only reason why I say that is because let you even chuckle at a bitch,
Nah, see,
they would have an issue with it.
when I hear gets a little too excited watching the MalloryBros podcast, the reason why I started saying measuring them up because, like, I'm thinking if you said some responsible shit like you say because you look like a camp counselor, when you say some responsible shit, she might say, you know? All right, come on, dog. I'm not, you know? But I get what you're saying. If it's
Nah,
a
yeah.
joke and she laughing, rewind it. You see how he said, hey, look. I heard him.
Much.
I heard him. I don't know why it's not letting me rewind back. It's making me go forward past these niggas. He trying to go to the serious topic.
Let's see what he had to say about Jonah Hill.
Right. Let's see if you like that. Or the Kiki Palmer. You heard what he said, Kiki?
You
Let's
seen
watch
the-
the last
You
week.
seen a Woman King episode?
But look, I know what that's like, fellas, when your girl definitely get a little too excited. You getting real giddy. You getting real hee ha ha. Oh, let me tell you, ever have a girl tell you about one of their friends or some shit he did, and it don't even be funny?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought that was real funny. Let me see this nigga.
Nah, yeah. Sometimes you just
You
gotta
get real
sometimes you just gotta live in that salt. Like you just gotta live in that. Like, all right, it's really not that funny.
It ain't.
But I'm gonna just let you rock because I guess that's who you fuck with. Or I'll never forget 2015. I was in a relationship.
Sheesh. If we could get on a magic school bus time machine and just go and take y'all and y'all watch Terrell from 2015 to 2017. Go ahead.
2015, I was in a relationship. I'll never forget my girl seen this nigga that I guess she hadn't seen him in a long time. I guess they had been friends for a minute. When I tell y'all, she gave this man the hug that, I mean,
See, like the Drewski video in real life. Like, you know,
yes,
yeah.
I've been through that where she was drunk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or tipsy. She hugs the nigga from up top around the nigga's neck.
Nah, yeah.
And when I tell you, this nigga had his hands around her waist, his arms was better than mine.
We talking about
2015.
Not 17.
No.
15.
15.
Not 17.
15.
15.
15.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Carlson.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I'm like,
I remember. Let me jump in. I remember. Yeah, I was trying to fuck with shorties that was out there too, and I remember she went and sat on this nigga's lap, and I'm like, oh, that's you? Like y'all talk? And she was like, nah, that's just so and so. We all know him. I'm like, y'all all sit on that nigga's lap? What the fuck?
I'm telling you.
You remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that nigga was in there. I'm like, damn, you would think he's slamming all of y'all. What the fuck? Who is this nigga? I don't give a fuck that he went to y'all church.
I don't know what y'all do out here. I'm from PG County.
I'm
We
from
don't
PG
do that.
County. We don't do this.
We don't do that.
I'm real vocal with that when I'm on 206. Like, hey, look, I'm from PG County. Where? Oh, okay. But nah, 100%.
I've been in a situation where your girl just get a little too comfortable, and then after the fact, she tried to play the wow, so now you're, you know what I'm saying?
You're insecure.
Yeah. Now I'm insecure. And you see, this is why the Kiki shit really triggered us men.
Did you see the girl who had her face on? She was like, ah! That looked even more. That wasn't worse because low-key it was more genuine. But even that is like, we just have to watch our women just turn into kids over
That's why.
men, but we can't do the same thing.
But this is my thing with the, like, just not even going to the Kiki thing, but just shedding some insight on men. And we can all agree here. The ladies were so focused on what he said, and we had all looked right past that. We knew exactly what he had a problem with.
Yeah.
But women are so, like, but he said, I get what you're saying, but he chose to talk about, and it's like, we never gonna agree because you so stuck on this. But all of the men, we knew exactly what that was.
100%.
That's why that shit triggered a lot of us, because we all have been in that situation. That's why Drewski made the video on it.
100%. And bro, I'm gonna keep it a hundo. Let me give y'all some insight about a girl and her friends. Like the friend. There are girls who grew up and have real male friends. And you will see your girl turn into this different, more funny, open type of inside joke. You have to sit as a man and eat that because sometimes your girl will have a friend that she's known, a male friend that she's known for a long time that does bring out the goofy side. Fellas, I want y'all to think about all of your real female friends, right? The ones you're not trying to slam, the ones that you might probably would, but you know you can't. Those girls, normally you have that playful relationship with. So when they see you, they automatically jump on the playful relationship, the inside jokes, oh, you remember you failed, or remember that? Shit like that is annoying as fuck when you new and around somebody. But look, that comes with the turf. It's on you to learn who bruh is. It's on you to understand and become cool with bruh. Just because that's your only way in.
You can't jump to the insecurity because that nigga has more power than you right now.
That nigga has history with her. And instead of seeing that as a threat, fellas, it feel like a threat. You got to gauge your girl's behavior, his behavior, but you always got to play cool. I'm never going to have an issue with it. Even if I don't like the hug, I ain't sapping the night. I ain't going to not talk to the nigga. I'm going to still dap the nigga up when he leave. You handle that shit behind closed doors so your girl's not embarrassed. Feel me? But I'm only telling y'all this to give y'all the fact that come with the territory. You're not going to like it. But if he was there when she was younger and she was able to grow and he was there,
you still got to monitor the situation. You know?
100. They always got to monitor.
I don't like to be the dude that always go back to years. Yeah. But we all have also talked to that person that told you that somebody wasn't a problem and they end up being a problem.
100%.
So you just got to monitor that whole.
The person they told you not to worry about. So we all been there.
So you can't. That's the thing though. You can't trip because again they have more relationship equity than you. If you start tripping and you're the new guy and she's known bruh for 10 years,
you're gonna lose out.
When he say the new nigga you talking to is weird, you're gonna lose that tug of war.
She already trusts the nigga.
She already has. Yeah, she trusts him.
You already think the nigga's funny.
You might just need to get out of that whole situation, Terrell. All right, come on. We spent way too much time on that one.
Okay, bet. This one is by my mom. Start over. I don't know what the fuck I was just about to say. This one is by my guy from Twitter. I don't even know if this is my guy. Just somebody. Royce, @YoungFunnyGuy. Shout out to you, bro.
Dope.
It says, what would you do If you start falling for one of your best friends of like a year or so, and y'all literally kick it all the time, but she doesn't know, do you keep playing it cool or do you let it be known? That's a good situation right there I wanted to bring to it because I feel like we might have talked about this a minute, but what you think, Terrell? You got somebody, like he said, one of your best friends of like a year or so. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you put that in there. Yeah. And y'all kick it all the time, but she doesn't know. Do you keep playing it cool or let it be known?
9 times out of 10, if y'all kick it all the time, I would say 9 times out of 10, she probably feels something for you too, bro. It may not even be like love, like what you saying, like, but she may have some feelings for you, for y'all to be kicking it all the time, for y'all to consider each other best friends. So I would say something about it. And I think in situations like this, we be scared to fuck up the friendship, but you're already miserable. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You are already miserable because you fall in love with this girl and you don't know if she's falling in love with you, but you don't know if you want to say something because I guess you afraid if you tell her you fall in love with her,
then you lose the
she's
best
gonna
friend.
say, I'm cutting this whole shit off. Mm-hmm. But you gotta choose what misery you want to deal with.
Yeah.
I think it's healthier for you to say something. And even if she does cut the whole shit off, at least I've been best friends with somebody back in high school, but I was best friends with somebody and I liked them. And then they got in a new relationship. Yeah. And it was like, damn. And now they telling me about their new relationship. I'm going on a date. And then, that's painful.
That is painful.
So I would say something, but
my advice to you is going to be slightly different because I could not easily say that, but I would also say that. But another thing that I would tell him, just because I be thinking about us men, mental health, you need to ask yourself how much you value just being best friends with this girl. Is kicking it all the time bringing you like so much joy that it's turning into love? And that happens with men and women relationships. What you're saying is so true that once you make that move, there's no turning back. Mm-hmm. Once you put your hat in the ring with everybody else that's trying to get at her, there's no taking it out. You can never go back to just being her best friend or being a friend, you know? So you really need to ask yourself if you're able to even sustain a relationship right now. Let's say you're not able to sustain a relationship, but you fucking love this girl, but y'all just friends, right? I live 2 different ways. One person says, live with your heart on your sleeve and take that risk. But I also say, be careful that make the timing right. Like, I believe in divine timing. Your waiting is not always you bullshitting. Your waiting sometimes is divine timing. You're sitting back. Make sure the timing is right before you decide to put yourself in that position because you can lose it all. And now, instead of you not getting the girl you want, you didn't get the girl you want, and you lost a friend. So you telling me y'all kick it all literally all the time. Well, then that sounds like this might be somebody that is a part of your joy. Somebody that's a part of your peace. You need to understand that you're challenging your peace by putting yourself in the position to be one of them. Because if she takes it away from you, do you have a replacement for that? If you don't, this is my thing.
But Terrance, don't you feel, question for you. Don't you feel like you're digging yourself deeper and it's going to hurt worse if you just wait because you may never have a replacement for that.
And that's why I say your waiting ain't always bullshitting. Yeah, you're going to take L's in this life where you waited too long and not talk to a girl, but the timing has to be right because you want to go and take the risk, but you got to be ready to take the risk. You got to make sure you have a parachute before you jump out of the plane because you're going to hit your face.
But what if you think you can fly?
I mean, if you think you can...
That was fire. I just asked him.
I didn't think that was fire because you can think you can fly all you want. You still need a parachute.
But you never... But see, that's the thing.
Then you're Buzz Lightyear.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You tell him he needs a parachute means he'll never jump if he feel like he needs a parachute. But what if you can fly?
Oh, I'm not telling you need somebody else. I'm saying make sure your life is in order for you to take the loss from this risk.
Okay, that's fair.
If you're going to invest, you can't be saying, I'm gonna put 500 in this, and I need this 500 back. You gotta be invested in saying, yo, I'm gonna put this 500 and hope that it go up. I'm saying we see a lot of dudes just risk it all, and then you depressed.
But he's already depressed, is my point.
Bro, I did not say he was depressed.
He's not depressed, but you in a situation that will depress you worse.
He is in a situation that'll challenge you, but man up. That's not gonna depress you being friends with a woman. Terrell, he's not depressed.
How
Stop
you gonna say he need to wait?
Man up.
Terrance, hold on, wait. How you gonna say he need to wait and get all his ducks in a row and make sure this and that, and then go to man up? Manning up would just be the answer,
Terrell,
right?
I'm manning up. You saying he's depressed because he's a friend right now. Hold on, wait. He's in a tough situation. He ain't depressed.
Terrance, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if he stay in this situation, this can depress you worse. Because what if Shorty don't really feel that for him, and since he's falling deeper in love, she go get a new boy. She go get a new
He did say he
boyfriend.
falling in love.
Yes. She go get a new boyfriend. He really gonna be hurt. It would hurt worse
Terrell,
if he got cut off.
2012.
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut him off, y'all.
All right.
Y'all hate me. You were with a girl and was her best friend.
I remember that.
And fell for her.
I remember that.
While watching her talk to another dude.
Two relationships.
And I remember she got with another dude and you was still her best friend. And guess who was in your corner saying, bruh, you need to be with her. You need to be with her. You need to be with her. But you waited until the right time.
I bullshitted. I could have had her before that last nigga did. But I bullshitted. And so, you know, we talked about that a long time ago. Like, when we got in the relationship, she was like, you should have said something before I got with such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I started.
That be cap low key.
It do.
But you're right.
But I started by saying 9 times out of 10, she do feel something for you. If a girl is calling you every night, talking to you every night, or willing to come kick it with you all the time, and y'all on some platonic shit, 9 times out of 10, she probably does feel something for you. It's not always, fellas, don't get carried away. It's not like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like she might like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she could think you are the only one in her lineup that actually has good conversation and doesn't ask what color panties she got on.
Right, yeah.
Soon as you come with that energy, she putting you right over here with them.
Right, so you got to be careful.
You got to make sure the timing is right. You know what? People say a lot, me and you argue, but we saying the same thing, or we both agree. So I think we both agree with each other. Yeah, we agree. And bruh, great question. I fuck with Choppa, fucking with us on the course of action. All right, bet. Next one is by @Jalen Banks. Easy Money Slim. Shout out to you, bro.
KD fan.
Yeah, KD fan.
Easy Money Slim.
MD native.
Oh, yeah, Easy Money Slim. He's got to be from here.
Hopefully, because you said KD.
Nigga from
Montana.
Montana.
But not DC. You and Shorty got 2 kids together. Monday, you find out that your 7-year-old son has an emergency surgery to get. Tuesday, blood work get drawn, and you found out he's not yours. Yikes. Wednesday, he needs the surgery and needs your kidney. Do you still give him your kidney?
I think it's real easy to make these questions and make it seem like, oh, fuck that. I ain't give my kidney.
My kidney.
If you take a child and raise that child from nothing, from can't even eat on their own, to them walking, to them going to school, to you seeing 7-year-old mean you're going to be there for the preschool graduation. You're going to be there when they have their first day of kindergarten. You're going to be there when they first even start saying words.
Yeah.
You're going to love that kid like your own, whether that's your kid or not. That's the most dangerous shit about the whole situation. Because if it's me, I got unwavering love for that child already. Yeah. I'm going to give them my kidney. I might have an issue with her now, but my love for that kid will never change. And I would still be his dad, because guess what? Why would I take that from him? He didn't ask to come to the world. Bro, you know I'm kind of like a little...
100%. And you done made me that way. Terrell definitely had a big effect on me. I'm, of course, my nephew. And all I'll say is the most important thing that I saw in this one was your 7-year-old son. I want y'all to think about a 7-year-old that you know.
Yeah.
I wonder if my homegirl out in Seattle, be real, I wonder if her son, Dash, is 7. He's at such a tender, young age. There's no way you could look at his face and be like, your mother lied, so I'm not giving you. There's no way. You could have all the problems in the world with her, but like, if you on man time, you can't look at that 7-year-old face and leave him hanging.
Mm-hmm. And it's easy for people to say they would, but
Are you willing to live with the fact that since he didn't get a kidney, he passes away?
Right.
You got that much pride?
Right.
I mean,
don't
look,
think y'all be able to
you're in
do
a
that.
fucked up situation. But
That's a tough one. Now you're making everybody sad now.
can his mother give a kidney? I mean, because it's only right she lied. The doctor's going to say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I just got some information.
I just got information I'm not signing. Anyway, shout out to Easy Money Slim. I like that one, but I knew how we was going to answer that one. This last one is funny. I feel like
His name isn't even Easy Money Slim, Terrance. His name is Jalen.
Oh, well, that's his Twitter name. Easy Money Slim.
That's like me calling you. What was your name up the joint? Oh, you put Terrance up there.
Probably, yeah. Well, my name is Terrance up there, but it's spicy joint. This next one and last one, I think it's a funny one. This one's by this guy Rashawn at Raddy670. Bet.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. He said, this is a wild one, Terrance. You and Terrell go on a double date with your girls, and y'all girls start getting into it and start scrapping in public.
Oh my God.
How do you diffuse the situation then, and what steps do you take to mend things later? I don't know why that was funny, but I feel like that is imagine that situation where me and you go out, and let's say they start getting into it, right? What would be your course of action in that situation?
I think it's just if it gets to a point where shit's about to come to blows, this night should end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You probably drove. I probably drove. We probably met at a location.
Yeah.
Go ahead and y'all drive home. I'll call you later. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as adults, we can't let shit, as adults and then as men, we got to maintain control of the situation and not let shit come to blows like that.
Yeah.
Words might be said that might be, hurtful or whatever, but even still, you never want it to get to the point of them scrapping. Now, let's take the political whatever out.
Yeah.
And let's say they did start scrapping, right?
Mm-hmm.
We about to break it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you have to, I don't know what it would look like trying to get them back together.
That's why I said
That's such a tough situation. I don't ever see that happening. That's why it's
that
tough.
would never happen. I don't think that would ever happen ever. Like, I think if we went on a double date and they started getting into it to the point where they started scrapping, I would think that somebody knows something that I don't. That'll be the only justification for it going that far.
Yeah.
I'd look at Terrell and say, what happened that I don't know? I want you to think about if we went out and they really started scrapping. It'd be like, what the fuck? It would never get there.
Yeah.
Think about it. We both got women that if it were to, let's say Terrell's girl was being real slick on my girl, saying real, whatever. That's dumb as shit. Why the fuck would I do? If she was on that energy, my girl not the type to snap back. My girl the type to be like, my girl the type to look at me and then look back and then look at me and then be like, afterwards, we would both be hearing a bunch after.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah. They would handle it like an adult.
And you wouldn't, I would know why she was acting that way.
Right.
There's no way she would do that. And you, like, if you, like, I was like, flip the situation. If your girl was doing that to my girl, my energy is at you. Because I'm like,
what happened?
what happened? Because I know you would know. And that's why these courses of action be funny as shit because it's like, there's so much context that would have to be there for this situation to happen.
Right. And also, me and Terrell are like that. You know what I'm saying? So they both, me and Terrell's girl is straight. It's so funny because somebody said that they would watch a 20-minute exclusive special if both of our girls got up here and just talked about me and you.
Oh,
because talking to me and Terrell probably is an experience for both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I don't think our girls would ever argue, because if it was an argument or a fight, me and Terrell would have to be fighting too, probably. If that's the case.
Yeah.
Maybe, you ever see Blue Jasmine? Maybe I said that your girl can invest her money, and then I lost the money. And then she like, you know what? You lost my fucking money. And you look, your money too. So you're like, I mean, you did lose the money. Yeah. And like, now we going, look, now she trying to have my back. Don't bring that up at this table.
Oh, yeah.
If it was something stupid like that, I'm thinking that. But like, it's funny they say start scrapping in public. First off, scrapping in public, I think I would just let them.
Nah, Terrance, that's your pride and joy. You're not gonna let that happen. That's my child's mom.
Oh, see, I see how you're looking at it.
Yeah, I can't let that happen. I wouldn't like, you know.
I ain't gonna
would-
let them
would
fight,
wanna-
but I'm gonna just be like, all right.
I want to break that up. You know what I'm saying? We got to explain them scratches to a kid. My mind is in a completely different element. I'm like the UFOs that just got hit.
You don't gotta explain that. She can go in on her Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You trying to be one of them transparent parents.
What did he say?
Let me tell you why mommy has a scratch on her face, okay? We was at the Red Lobster getting the endless shrimp. Things got heated.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't. It's too much.
Mommy has a gash because if you listen...
Doing it wrong. Hey, is that your last one? Because I got one.
That was my last one.
All right. Shout out to Tyrell. Been a Patreon for 2 years.
Rada.
2 years.
Realest 9.
Realist. And I think he lives in Canada. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out.
He's paying a little bit more a month. So shout out to y'all even more for that. But got a course of action for y'all. If you see this, I work at a hospital and this shit just came to me during a shift.
Oh, shit.
Nigga was working, doing his notes and said, oh shit, you know what? Let me ask these niggas.
Let me ask
He
him.
says, while at work stocking, a box falls from the top shelf and hits your shorty in the head. That's how you know he from Canada.
Canada. Shorty.
He shorty. Hits your shorty in the head. Funny as shit. She's knocked unconscious and brought to the hospital. You hear the news, rush over, and immediately then find her ex sitting bedside, holding her hand and rubbing her head. What's your next course of action? So basically, a girl gets hurt at work. You go to the hospital, and her ex is in there like, it's all good, bae. It's all good. You gonna be good. Your girl sitting there with tubes and she don't know.
It's just like what we said in the last joint. You have to contain yourself and save it for the after, I guess.
Hell no, Terrance.
Terrell,
no.
first off, the last thing that you can do is go in there and blow up because now you look like you don't give a fuck about how she feel because bruh gonna play the whoa, she just got a box on her head. You coming in hot? This'll be okay. Get him out of here. Now they calling you out. And his ass is in there. And look, she's unconscious. She don't know what the fuck is going on. That's why you gotta walk in.
with the puzzle face.
You're not even looking at her. You just looking at him.
I'm Scrabble, can't find a word face.
What happened to her? Box fell on her head. Cubic, 1.7 cubic foot microwave.
Oh shit.
Was it an over the range? But look, I'm still looking at him. How long was she at? She still out? Who's he?
Nah,
The doctors? Who is who? Sir, who are you?
I would have a conversation with bro outside. Dead ass.
Same.
It would be like, yo, let me rap to you. Can I just rap to you outside the door real quick? You know, we step out and I'll be like,
Are you like an emergency contact? Did they call you? Did they hit you or something? I appreciate you, you know. I would tell him I appreciated him though, on the real. If he's there consoling her and I'm not there, low key, I don't care if that's her ex. I'm not insecure. I'm gonna say, yo, bro, low key, I appreciate it, but look. Oh, you was on an emergency contact list?
you would appreciate the nigga.
You have to. That's playing chess, not checkers. This nigga was there consoling your girl when your girl could be there with nobody. So low key, you can't get so mad at an ex being conveniently there. Because look,
Why
the course
is
of
this-
action is you don't really know why he's there.
That's my
Damn.
question. Fuck is bruh showing up? Because now look, maybe
look.
you should have got hit in the head.
Well, maybe the box fell on your head when you was with bruh.
Why does he hit?
How does he even know the box
Bro,
fell
yeah.
on your head?
Where was you at? You know
She
what I'm
was
saying?
at the Best Buy.
And he's working there part time.
She got total tech support. What, sir? Honestly, that's one of them situations that would be super unfortunate.
It's
That would
just
be,
so much shit that would unravel behind that. Why is he here first?
And then your girl would wake up and say, look, I think I need juice. You heading to the gym? I think I'm going to try to walk. And you walking her? And I think I want to walk back. You need help? You want me to call somebody? Call somebody else up here that was here first? Huh? Never mind. Let's walk. Look, you opening up the conversation? How many people you got on your emergency contact list? You starting to throw hints? Anybody can show up at any time, right? crazy who's there for you in times of need.
No such thing as a coincidence.
Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. I listen to the Mallory Bros podcast. You get a little too excited when you watch them anyway. All right, man, look. Let's get a movie suggestion of the week.
Hey, you a funny nigga. You could dead ass be a comedian.
Nah, Terrell, nah.
Yo, you could be a comedian.
I
That's
knew you
some
was gonna say
funny
that
ass callback.
It is.
You know I love when niggas do that.
That's what I would have said, and that's my time.
And that's my
And
time.
that's my time.
That's it. That's the name of the podcast.
All right, bet.
I don't give a fuck what we talked about.
Wow, that nigga's crying.
Because that shit was funny. Look, I'm laughing.
Let me tell y'all something about
I'm
Terrell.
laughing.
Terrell loves a well-placed joke. He will laugh your joke throughout anything. He will make you feel so good about your joke. He will laugh it out if it's good.
Nah, I tell you, that was just a brilliantly placed callback. Come on, bro. That is what comedians do. Can you think about how brilliant that was? Yo, I'm telling you, we talked about the nigga that said his girl watched too much.
Yeah.
For you to do that, I'm telling you that shit. That's why my eyes water, because it's a good joke.
Nah, yeah,
That is a great joke.
He does this when you tell a joke. He'll say it was a great joke.
That is a fucking great
Terrell
joke.
will tell you, yo, that's a great joke. You can't just let it be funny.
Man, that's funny. That made me like cry, laugh.
Nah, yeah.
That's how good of a joke it was. All right, man.
Movie suggestion of the week.
I might never forget that, bro.
Fucking joke.
I might never forget that.
Come on.
All right, movie suggestion of the week for me is going to be Your Honor, Bryan Cranston, Isaiah, damn, what's my guy's name? From he was in The Wire. They got to go shit.
I don't even know his
His name
but
is
him.
Isaiah something. It's a great show. It's on Paramount Plus, and it's only 2 seasons. I still got a couple episodes to finish in season 2, but basically the show is about a judge whose son hits this kid on a bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kills the kid, but he runs. So it's like a hit and run. And
But
the
he's
kid-
a judge.
and the kid dies. So he comes home to his father, who's the judge, and he's like, we got to go in, type shit. Like, I have to take you in. And it's okay, it was an accident, you didn't know. But when they get to the police station, they see that the nigga the boy who they kill, his father's the head of the biggest crime family and whatever. So
Shit.
that's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
Bryan Cranston is the lead.
And where you watch that?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I think I got that.
All of the seasons of SpongeBob are on there. Every single season of SpongeBob is on Paramount Plus. That was honestly a great thing to see when we clicked.
These streaming things are like credit cards that we just
It's
got.
ridiculous
you
now.
know?
It is.
My movie suggestion of the week, I want to start off by eating my words. When this movie came out, I didn't like the trailer. I didn't like the concept from looking at the trailer. I thought it was just going to be more stereotypical, trash, to be honest. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. I thought with a title like that, we saw it was co-written by a white dude. I just knew, based on what I'd seen before, I judged this movie and said, you know what? It's just more trash. I will 100% get up here and say that I was 1,000% wrong. I want to apologize for disrespecting anybody that might have starred in the movie, that might have felt slighted by the fact that I said that I wouldn't even check it out. But since definitely round of applause for Jamie Foxx being back in good health. And with that news, I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this movie. We just going to put it on. We put it on. My girl fell asleep. I watched the whole thing. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing. My girl fell asleep. I fell asleep, but then I finished it the next day. The ending smacked me in my face. The concept, I loved it.
It was great.
I have criticism. Of course. I think Tiana Paris is one of the biggest overactors in Hollywood. I'm telling you, she's the same woman who was in Chirac.
Oh, yeah.
She did the same thing as Chirac. I feel like, she kind of go over the top a little bit. But that could be direction. It could be whatever. There's stereotypical stuff that I'm going to talk about, whatever. I'm not even going to say it. That movie was damn good.
That was a great movie.
That was a great movie. Terrell will tell you, as soon as the
I watched
movie
it.
went off, I called him and said, bro, you have to watch it. And I have to eat words on the podcast.
Yep. I get up at 6 a.m. with my son every morning, and I always find something new to watch. I watch the new Transformers. That's on Paramount Plus, too. But I watched that movie after your recommendation, and I said, man, this was actually a really good movie. and it's deeper than
It's very much like Get Out in a way, like Jordan Peele in a way. You know,
the messaging in that movie. If you read between the shit, it is some very very real shit. And the end, y'all like solidifies it.
end,
Man, that's a great movie. That was a great movie. Jamie Foxx was kind of blowing me in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Yeah.
But like, he was kind of like, I was like, this is kind of cringy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
very much.
This pimp shit is kind of cringy to me.
I was gonna say it would have been perfect if he was less animated. If he was just more of a straight up dude, that movie would have been flawless. If it didn't try so hard to be comedic, you know what I mean?
He should have played a fine line between that and like Jerome from Snowfall.
That's what I think. Like we always do the comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling A-Train, I'm like, if we get away from having to have this comedy aspect of our shit, we would make flawless movies. That's no slight. I thought that was moments where I was
amazing.
definitely laughing.
I definitely laughed.
Yeah.
Because Jamie Foxx I ended up getting around to it and it ended up being funny.
Yeah. Especially, and one thing I really liked about the movie is the fact that they had legit characters.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Foxx was a character, and his character stayed character through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he talked like a pimp to everybody.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Some real characters. Even John Boyega
Did his thing. Wasn't a hard, terrible role to
And
play.
Shorty, what's her name?
Tiana Paris.
She didn't she did good.
Mm-mm.
I kind of came around to her acting as well.
Yeah. Overacting does not mean bad acting. Jim Carrey is an overactor.
Right. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Ray, it works.
Yeah, sometimes it works. Sometimes they shut that shit down. Like when he went into his first audition for Django, you heard what QT told him? You're gonna fuck this up. You remember he said that? You're gonna fuck this up. But anyway, great movie. They cloned Tyrone. It's on Netflix. They cloned Tyrone.
They cloned Tyrone, yes.
It's on Netflix. Go check it out. It's probably trending high. You know what they're gonna say about that movie though, right?
What?
Oh, Jamie Foxx. They cloned Jamie Foxx. Cause look, remember DC Young Fly had the tragedy happen with his wife, but they had the number one, what's the name on Netflix?
Oh, yeah.
If this movie goes up, they're going to say, oh, this is Jamie Foxx sacrificed himself
It's ridiculous what people...
for more fame.
It's ridiculous, the theory. Y'all know I'm a big conspiracy theory. I have conspiracy theories that people would probably be like, that is insane. Mm-hmm. But some of these conspiracy theories, like the people saying that, like that Bronny is because of the vaccine. Have you been seeing that? Now, I'm not going to say that some of the vaccine talk that people have been skeptical about over the past couple years, there isn't some little grease to it. But this is like, all right, y'all. This is just y'all just saying it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally baseless. It's just like, well, that's the only thing. I'm somebody that doesn't believe in coincidence, but that's not the coincidence there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you see, that's like the most common tragedy with kids under whatever. But people be like, fuck the facts.
Fuck facts.
And sometimes you do gotta say fuck the facts. Like they were talking about Martin Luther King. This is just random. The pod is over. They were talking about Martin Luther King and how Martin Luther King got assassinated. It was like, what's a fact that you learned when you were younger? Something, you know.
Basically, what's something that you learned? What's something you were told when you were younger, but you ended up finding out that this happened?
And they were talking about how Martin Luther King got assassinated, right? We learned he got assassinated, but he actually survived the shot on the balcony and was taken to the hospital, right? Where he was suffocated by the nurse. And all of the people were saying, you see, this is bullshit because what happened, Martin Luther King got shot in his face and it went through and it completely snapped his spinal cord and he was dead on the scene.
Yeah.
And they were like, how do you know that? Well, that's what the autopsy says. That's what the coroner's report says. I'm watching Your Honor right now where they go in, tell the coroner, this is what happened. Right. And the coroner write what they want. That is not just in movies. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
See, so conspiracy like that.
Yeah, you're right. And I want to just piggyback on something you said. You remember they told us? I saw this one. Shout out my boy Vidal. I don't even know if Vidal listens to this. I still follow Vidal on Twitter. He's one of the best people that I follow on Twitter. I've been following the nigga since I was in like 10th grade. You know how you just follow that person on Twitter? That,
oh, yeah.
You know? He responded to that and was talking about how they said that George Washington had wooden teeth.
Oh, yeah.
We even seen that in cartoons.
But Timmy Turner, they used to do it all the time.
But he really had slave teeth.
Slave teeth. Yeah, 100%.
Crazy. crazy.
100%.
In the podcast with some sour shit.
Sorry.
But why'd he do that? Where'd he get the tea?
I'm telling you. And that's how motherfuckers be lying.
You're right. You see
And
how
the
they'll cover they shit
but
up?
look, people will tell you, oh, well, it's in this book that was written by the people who, of course, would write that. You know what I'm saying? That is the tough thing about being black in America.
Imagine if I said, my family didn't kill yours. It's in this book. Who wrote it? My family.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I'm telling you. All right, Terrance, grab the drop.
Oh, that's why he was clicking my computer.
Yes. Shout out to everybody that's going to see this Drake concert tomorrow. I will be there. If you see me, say what's up. Let's take a pic. It's lit. We're going to dress as I'll probably be lit. We are definitely going to be a little litty. And hopefully that Travis Scott is good, man. We got something for y'all very soon.
Yes, sir. Happy weekend. Be safe.
100%.
Errol Spence, Terrance Crawford. Check it out.
What's up?
Did it drop already?
No.
I might have missed it already. I missed the drop.
That shit been gone. Over.
Okay.